Time to greet the stars. And we're back where we belong.
Grav jump spinning down.
Approaching ship, you've entered 3-star collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. That's all we need. You're cleared for land.
Walls might seem like an ancient solution, but honestly, it's no different than a suit around our bodies or a ship protecting us from space. It's the primary solution to hostile surroundings.
Word is, you've been clearing out some real scum. Take this.
I get all? I want to do your business quick. Feel free to look around. I'll say right up front, how about I just show you instead of tell you?
You ask me? Sure, Laredo makes... You seem all right. Here's my...
We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the Ashta. Hey, how have you been? Staying out of trouble? Well, whatever gets you through the day. I've had more than my fill of it for this lifetime. Things here have been... well, they're better. The ice has thawed a bit between me and Davis. We'll probably never be friends, but at least we're on speaking terms now. I think he finally appreciates the value of my research. Yeah, we're much better as a team, even if it is a cautiously engaged one. In fact, speaking of Davis, I have to confess, I'm a little worried about him. In analyzing the recent data, I've isolated readings suggesting that someone is making patrols far more often than in the recent past. I don't have any direct evidence, but I know it's Davis. It's gotta be. I'm worried that everything I've inadvertently put him through is kinda, I don't know, pushed him over the edge, or at least a little too close to it. No, he's not. He's out there at least 4.5 times as frequently. There's something else going on. I'm better with statistics and circuits than I am with people. I've already made a mess of this situation. Do you think you could go speak to him? If nothing else, it would ease my conscience. Davis should be more careful. The data shows the Ashta are more active. Convince Davis to stay in the city, please. I think that robot really disrupted the local Ashta's routine.
I can't believe Bailey did such a bonehead move. Oh, brother. Why is it every time I see your face, I bet a headache's gonna follow shortly after? Mm-hmm. All broken up about it, I'm sure. So what can I do for you? And there's the headache. Ah, that woman, I swear. Even though we've smoothed over most of the rough spots, she still manages to strike a nerve without even trying. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Not sure yet. When we were out there and we found that robot, obviously that threw me for a loop. Still can't believe one of my own people will pull a stunt like that, endangering us all. But the more I thought about it, that whole episode doesn't account for some of the tracks I saw out there. Too large, too spread out. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. If there's a bigger Ashta out there, something meaner than what we've seen so far, I have to know. I tell you what, if you and Kiona are worried, why don't you just come with me then? Either I get an extra gun in a fight, or you get to laugh at the old man and say, I told you so. I'll give you a chance to gear up if you need it. And, maybe grab the biggest gun you got, just in case. All right. You know, Keone showed me her data. She's a clever kid. She's got a lot of things figured out. I think we can make some real improvements in the future. She had a couple sets of data that she thought were erroneous or something. But it seems to me that it might not be. Bigger, faster, Ashta sounds like it matches up with the tracks I've seen. But I tell you, I'm hoping she's right, and it's just a glitch. And, no need to tell her I said that. Wouldn't want it going to her head. All right, here we are. Let's head this way. I remember a story from the first time I was here on Aquila. I had totally forgotten about it till recently. Every so often, we get independent types who think that they can succeed where everyone else has failed. Some of them stride off into the wilderness, certain that they're going to make more credits than anyone in history. Mining, botany stuff, whatever. Warnings just don't get through to them. Most of them don't come back. But this one-time miner from some corporation or other, he drags himself back into the city bloody and half dead. Claimed he seen an Ashta big as a house out there. The older guys all said he was delirious. And me, well, I was new as anything and just listened to him. Now, though, I'm wondering if maybe it wasn't just blood loss and heat stroke. Maybe he really did see something. Maybe I should have come out here a long time ago. Shit, that's gotta be it! No matter what happens, you make it back to the city and tell them about this. You hear me?
That was a weird noise. Yikes! Whoa there.
If we didn't have proof, nobody would believe us about the Alpha. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think we were gonna make it through that. If you hadn't been with me, no way I'd be standing right now.
Maybe, maybe not. We had to do everything we could, same as anybody. It was amazing, though.
You are something else, you know that? We got out alive this one time. That's good. But this ain't gonna be the last time we have to deal with this. Now that we know these things are out here, we need to track them and keep them out of populated areas. And that plan is gonna need everybody. So, I'm gonna swallow my pride a bit here and ask you to go tell Keone what we found. Let her know that her data wasn't an error and that she needs to focus on it. Looks like I can still learn a thing or two. Thanks again for saving my ass.
Are you that newcomer who saved Mr. Crowley? He owes you a beer.
So, what happened? So, I was right? My data was accurate? I can't believe I second-guessed it. You know, I was really hitting a point where I was starting to think maybe this was all a mistake, that I stuck my nose into something I shouldn't have. Davis was so certain they had everything under control that they didn't want or need my help. But they did, didn't they? Don't worry. I am sufficiently humbled. Well, for now. I need to get to work on this immediately. But while I've been sitting around, I whipped up a little something for you. I thought it was funny. Now that I'm giving it to you, I'm hoping it's not in really poor taste. Anyway, thank you. Again.
If I get called on one more drunken disorderly...
Hey, your ship that landed not too long ago? Sure is something.
You might want this.
You need anything, Bloodhound?
Nah, I'm good, Touche. Hey, how's the kiddo, by the way?
She's doing great. She just lost another baby tooth. Yeah, she's really starting to read, too. Her dad's teaching her.
How about that? I remember when she was yay high and could barely speak. Oh, bless your heart, you must be proud.
She's the light of my life. You know, she's why I'm not out there anymore. Can't put her at risk, you know? I'll just, have to live vicariously through the trackers that stole through here.
I hear that. Well, you know, anyone stupid enough to go after your girl would see us rain fire down on them faster and more ruthless than the wrath of hell itself.
I know. All the same, it was time to get out anyway. Thanks, though.
You seem overwhelmed with things here. Let's take a moment to sort it out.
Another couple bounties. Hope you're keeping up.
I've been thinking about getting back out there. Hunting again.
You must harden yourself against doubt, or succumb to its woes.
Are you certain about this?
I believe so. I want to take advantage of the time I've got while I still have some fight left in me. I would still continue my duties as an agent, of course.
If that is what you would like. Who am I to stop you? There are few I trust more than you.
Well, howdy, Tracker.
I do. Thank you for understanding, and for your blessing.
Can hardly walk 2 steps without running into a bar.
You might want this.
Dad, do you think Solomon Coe would have liked me?
Sure. Everybody likes you, don't they?
Do you think he would have liked you?
Well, if you listen to your grandpa. Solomon Coe would have given me a good whooping. But I think he would have liked the man I grew into.
Hello there.
I just can't stop smiling around you. I got a reputation to maintain, you know? up and away. Apogee complete. We're in orbit.
What a ride! Switching grab drive to normal propulsion.
Seals are tight. We're docked.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander? Of course. If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Yes?
Howdy.
Yes, what?
I'd like to brief you on the mission, so please, pay attention. Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC SysDev. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer. It appears he's certainly picked the right person for the job. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDev's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Sersha won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Dismissed.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical to the success of Commander Akande's operation. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. Yes. Commander Akande mentioned that when he proposed the idea. Lucky you. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job. Yeah. Maybe. No, it's not really an appropriate time to be going over my private life. There are much more important things to be done. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay? We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you. Let me know if you need anything else.
Pardon. Excuse me.
Hey.
I'll stuff fast and get out of here. I'm anxious to see the stars again.
Dad, can I have a pet?
Aw, come on, please. I need somebody to talk to while I'm on the ship by myself.
Give him an inch. We'll see, Gum Gum.
Ship's released. Let's go.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. Scan complete. Welcome to Mars.
Hey, you might want this.
Thing for you.
Just a heads up. UC Science Division's apparently going to be coming through.
Neva, sit down, have a drink. So, smooth jump into the Soul system? UC Security hassle you?
Cut the crap out and let's make this quick. There's only so long I can stand a stink of minor sweat and stale beer.
Okay.
Any vacancies on your crew? I think you'll agree my rating. Why is that? Don't think I'm desperate or... You got yourself a deal. Where do you want me? Be there soon.
Yes, what?
Any vacancies on your crew? Trust me. Why is that? Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but... Sounds fair. I'm in. Where do you want me? Heading there now.
Do you have room for one more on your crew? I'm only looking to earn the going rate. Why is that? In my experience, you know what? That does make sense. Better than being unemployed, I suppose. Excellent. Where to? No problem, Captain.
Howdy. If you're hiring, I think you'll agree, my... Why is that? In my Huh. That makes a... I'll do it, but... Excellent. Where to? I'll get underway.
I'm on my way.
Work in the deep mines. That's where you make the big bucks.
A friend offered me a nice cushy office job, but I'm...
Am I in your way? Sorry.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me? I'm not talking price until I know what the hell I'm buying. Whoa, way too hot for me. That stuff is nothing but bad news. Why don't you take your shipment and try somewhere else?
Well, hang on there. We haven't even started to negotiate yet.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit. You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Glad we could put things into perspective.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Yes. Hello there, Dusty.
Do you have a child or children between the ages of 5 to 18? Enroll them in a United Colonies distance learning program today.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first. Right down to business, and no small talk. I like it.
That wasn't part of our deal. But I bet you're about to say it's a non-negotiable addendum.
As a matter of fact, yes. Yes, I am. Non-negotiable addendum. I like that. Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Go to Mars, they said. The pay is great, they said. So's the crippling depression.
Never forget, there's nothing humanity can't.
Can you believe some people just throw stuff away when it gets old or busted? Sure. Good luck out there. My shop may not look special if I don't have what you look. See you around.
Neva, sit down, have a drink. So, smooth jump into the Soul system? UC security hassle you?
Cut the crap, Adler, and let's make this quick. There's only so long I can stand a stink of minor sweat and stale beer.
Okay, take it easy. Here's the fleet's kickback, just like I promised.
Something I can help you with? Adler Kemp. Who the heck is that? Adler, you said? Nope. I think you have me mixed up with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Hmm? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Hmm? Sound good? Yeah? What the heck do you want me to do, then? Huh? Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Technically, there are several natural geologic phenomena that can stimulate the blood effect.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money. What? Oh my God. He might come after them? Because of me? I hadn't even thought of the possibility. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
Glorious as always.
Have you checked your air filters lately? The city of Sidonia recommends checking your filtration units every 2 weeks for old,
Peace be
faulty,
with
or
you.
improperly fitted filters. Martian dust is a leading cause of respiratory illness.
I heard they reopened
Remember,
that Red
keep
Pepper
it breathing
station.
so you don't get
They got
wheezy.
some of the same crew running. Sure hope they know what they're doing.
How's it going? Can I help you?
illegal to transport plant or animal life to Mars without going through official UC channels or our trade authority partners. Adherence to this law is imperative in order. To avoid unwanted infestation. Thank you for your cooperation.
There's nothing like fresh air filters. Am I right?
The Lux condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home.
Been serving drinks here for over 40 years. Few places can offer that kind of stability.
Catch up with you later, Captain.
Have something for me? Well, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message? Nice. Nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates? That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Say the word and I'll clear my schedule. I was just about to go looking for you. Just to say hi. Yes, this is yours now.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
I sure hope this hearing loss isn't permanent. Hey, I know another tracker when I see one.
Particle detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume.
UC Exchange is a great place to buy your weapons. Just make sure to keep them holstered at all.
Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure.
Things have been pretty quiet around here lately. Usually means someone's up to something. We just haven't found out what.
That tracker agent was looking around for help with something. Told her I couldn't do it, but maybe someone else can.
Welcome to Sidonia Security. I'm Commander Vincent Woodard, Chief of Planetary Security and former head of the Red Devils program here on Mars. I tend to deal with security at a high governmental level, whereas my associate Booth over there handles day-to-day security issues. So if you're looking to report a minor crime or misdemeanor, see him. But if there's something I can help you with, feel free to ask. It's small, it's dusty, it's old, but it's home. It may not be anything fancy, but I couldn't dream of living anywhere else. Bye for now.
CISO security! Get back here! Hold it right there. You're in all kinds of trouble.
Enjoy your stay knowing you're in our capable hands.
There's plenty to
If
see
you're looking
and
to
do
relax,
around
I run a guy.
If you're trying to impress me, first of all, nice. Second of all, don't die. Righty. What's the plan, Captain?
Need my help?
There is no one I would rather see right now.
Hey, Captain.
Captain? What can I take for you, Captain? Safe travels.
Ready for action, Captain. Hello, Captain. Everything looks good at my station, Captain. Always a pleasure, Captain.
Mom says we might go to Paradiso next year.
A brief history of time.
Sure.
Wow, thank you!
Okay, bye.
Ship's clear and the sky is falling to us. We're at apogee, surrounded by stars and the vastness of space.
Hey!
All's well, Captain. all things considered.
You know, with just one look, you get my heart racing. It ain't fair.
My hip is killing me. I'm a corpse in waiting.
Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light? And none of that grav tech cheating?
Tiny tin can of fragile humans has survived being hurtled through space
Like
once
Adler
more.
finally did some soul. Big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew. You betting your life on that? Because the only way out of our organization is with a warhead up your grav drive. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Reek. I want him dead. It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
I do not understand. Please confirm your intentions. Maybe we can work something out. Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
Docking complete. We're good to go.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
This unpleasantness aside, the people of New Homestead will be grateful for these supplies.
So you're the fleet's new dog, huh?
Ship's clear. It's just us among
I
the
picked
stars
something up
again,
for you.
Captain.
Now, you're not pest... Turning the captain, right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never. Poor choice of words. You being nice to the crew, too?
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
Don't you always
Damn,
say...
just don't know how to take
They've got no shields.
Hey, Rook,
Go
wanna
get
help
'em.
me with some target practice?
Enemy spiders from
Oh,
aircraft drive.
that just took out their shields.
Let's keep the system on the front. Grav drive, huh?
Thanks for the help with the Cliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate. Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rake's taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. Where did Adler find you? The Sanctum? Word of advice, save the cryptic shit for someone who cares. Now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
I guess that makes you a pirate of the Crimson Fleet. All that's left to do now is to get yourself an eye patch and a parrot.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by. This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. You're cleared to land.
Docking in 3, 2, 1, done.
Commander Ikonde wants to see you. Follow me. Orders came down. Some new science division policy. I hope I'll be able to see it.
Most of our operations team graduated top of their class at the academy.
We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices.
We wouldn't be the good guys if we did.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack neighbor's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might coming to her rescue. Let them remember. They have no idea who actually hired them. I'd suggest you spend less time worrying about us and more time being concerned with the task at hand. Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Alpha's Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
I wonder if the files mention any of his poker tales. Pirates and gamblers are basically part of the same genus.
You will be thankful you did the homework when it comes time for the test. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed. We've been trying for years to get someone on the inside, and now we have it.
First mission in the books and no casualties. Good work.
This is just the beginning, but it's an important first step. Be careful. Don't underestimate the Crimson Fleet.
Heard the Regana made it to port with 0 casualties. Nicely done.
We've been trying for years to get someone on the inside, and now we have it. This is just the beginning, but it's an important first step. Be careful. Don't underestimate the Crimson Fleet.
Hey, you. Perfect, you. Please do. You add so much joy.
Training? What training?
Yes, of course.
Learning on the job.
Oh, right. I forgot how stretched thin we were.
There's so much more to say,
Frying pan.
but I understand.
Back in basic training,
Hey,
I
you.
had the record for fleet kills.
Perfect. Ooh, only for a long time talking about Irvin, but after everything we've been, so I don't mind talking about one. He took an ancient plant from a moon that had been ejected from its planetary orbit, and he genetically modified it somehow. That's when it started smelling so good, too. I told him to let me know when he found a pizza. Yes, he was one of the first people I met when I moved into the lodge. His room used to be full of plants. The humidity was hard to get used to. I can never fix the fact that he's gone. But where I used to feel only grief and shame, well, I know he wouldn't have wanted me to travel the stars alone. It's one of my husband's botanical experiments. Somehow it survived alone without sunlight or water or any kind of care. I wonder if he knew that it could survive. Well, anytime... yes. Exactly. On Bendy? No, wait. It was Kazal. I can feel Lynn's admonishing stare boring a hole in my back. She's not actually standing behind me, is she? Well, point is, my story is probably a lot like yours. I think it's pretty clear now there's a possible correlation between the visions and the powers. Of course, correlation isn't necessarily causation. Once it's a fluke, twice, but once I get back into obfuscating the identities of the... Well, when I picked it up, I had no idea what it was. I knew it was something spectacular. I saw a vision, flashing lights, the whole shebang. Go on, be a hero. Locks, air pressure, drive, all good to go, Captain.
Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
Well, not in a long time, sweetheart. Not since you were born.
What was it like?
Down. Jump. Terrible. It was terrible. You stay away from that stuff, Cora. Trust me, it's the worst.
Do you need my help?